Hello lovely people and welcome back. So here I am in the metro.
Take 32!
Hello lovely people and welcome back. See my hotel behind me. I'm in a kind of tunnel that goes across Sheikh Zayed Road because it's actually a mental road, as I said. It's kind of like being on the surface of Mars, or what I imagine Mars to be like if we ever colonize it one day. Anyway, that's not very exciting, is it? But I'm going to make a video today around things that I wish I knew about Dubai before I arrived. Let's see what I can come up with. So some of the things that I wish I knew before I'd arrived was I didn't even come on holiday to Dubai before coming here. I made a very quick decision around coming. It's a lot to do with the Labour government and the upcoming budget and things like that. So I just thought, look, I need to get the hell out of the UK, and it's something that I've been planning for a while, but it wasn't really a fully formed idea, and then I just made the decision, which is kind of what I do. I just kind of go, wow, whatever, I'm just going to do it. So I don't know if you're like that, or if you're a bit more considered in what you do. Maybe I could do with being a bit more considered. So I think one of the first things I wish I'd have known before coming here was kind of the scale of the place. So it's difficult to really understand unless you're actually here. Is you look on a map and nothing looks that far, and you think, oh yeah, that's easily walkable. I think, I'll probably take 10 minutes. But everything here is just so big. It's a bit like the US in that respect. So nothing is simple. It's like lots of big, wide open roads, and what looks like a 10-minute walk on a map is like 40 minutes or something. So I'm just on my way now to actually a really cool coffee shop called Caribou Coffee. They're a big chain, but they're not in the UK. I've never heard of them. I know that I think they're in South America and Asia and places like that. But anyway, and they're in Dubai, obviously. So I'm going to go and have a coffee there, and I'm going to think a little bit further on this. But the one I'm going to is in Internet City, which is not far from the hotel that we've just seen across the Martian Bridge. So I will see you when I get to Caribou Coffee. So here we are, Caribou Coffee in Internet City, nice outside area that's actually closed. So I'm just going to go in, have a coffee, and yeah, I'll see you when we get in there. Okay, so welcome back. Here we are in Caribou Coffee. Chin chin. Ooh, that's quite hot, but it is good. You've just seen, as I was in the tunnel going across, or the bridge going across the main road, and I started saying things that I wish that I knew before I came to Dubai and that sort of thing. I think I'm going to actually switch it up a little bit, because I think that's probably quite a boring video. I think it's things that are a little bit different here, and things that I found strange and that I didn't cope with when I got here. So let's switch it up a bit, and let's do a video more about that. This is completely unstructured as well, so it's just me with my thoughts, and hopefully you enjoy it. If not, then click off. But if you've not seen the video about me wanting to leave when I first arrived, I'm not sure, I don't think I went into a great deal of detail about it, but I really struggled when I got here. It was a real culture shock, and I was properly like freaking out when I got here, because I was a dumbass and I didn't even come on holiday here. I knew nothing. I just looked on YouTube and various places and just thought, oh, that'll be fine, I'll go and live there. You know, I'll go to the Middle East, somewhere I've never been before, and it'll all be fine. And to be fair, it is fine now, but when I first got here, I was properly freaking out. Within 5 minutes of leaving the airport, there were 2 crashes that I saw. This was at like 7:30 in the morning, and everything was just not how I was expecting it. It was in the middle of the summer, so there was this haze everywhere. It was absolutely boiling as well, and I was freaking out. I hadn't eaten in 24 hours, I hadn't slept in 24 hours. I was just a complete mess, really. That was the first thing, and I don't think I was fully prepared for the heat. I saw loads of people say, and I'm going to say it, and if you're watching this and you haven't been to Dubai, you'll think, well, how bad can it be? But I heard people say you cannot comprehend the heat until you actually come. That's so true. It was 50 degrees when I was here, 52 degrees. Felt like 60 degrees because of the hot wind, and there's no escape from it other than the aircon. So you're outside and it's just ridiculous. Anyway, that's one of the things. The other thing is little basic things, like I'm in Caribou Coffee now, and the coffee tastes different. In fact, the coffee doesn't taste different, the milk tastes different. And as a British person, we all know that we drink a huge amount of milk in our tea. That wasn't to my liking and isn't to my liking. That's another thing. The other one is the lack of pork products, which is understandable. It's a Muslim country, so they're not going to have, sausages and bacon everywhere. There are places that do it, but from what I can see, nowhere delivers it. Like, you can't get on Careem or Deliveroo and order like a pork hot dog or anything like that. I'm guessing, I haven't looked. If you're watching this, do the Google thing or do the ChatGPT thing. Are you allowed to legally sell or are legally allowed to deliver pork products? But I'm guessing there's a law that's stopping people from delivering pork-based products, or maybe it's something to do with being Muslim and not being able to handle pork products. Maybe that's, in fact, I'll bet you money that that's what it is. It's going to be a lot of the delivery drivers are going to be Muslim, and they don't want to be handling pork products. So there we go, mystery solved. What else? The service culture. So being from England, the stab capital of the world, in fact, speaking of which, I've just found out that where I used to live in Bristol, where 6 people were killed on my road in 2 years, stabbings, and I've just found out there's a telephone box there that has now been decommissioned, and they've installed a defibrillator and a bleed kit in it. So it's there for when people get stabbed, that they can be revived and have the bleeding stop. So that's nice. There's none of that here, by the way, in Dubai. And I've completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Sorry about this, Cosmin. What was I talking about? I know you're probably screaming at me, telling me you were talking about this. Yeah, so you basically can't have pork products delivered here, and you can buy it, but I think there are these little pork rooms that you go into in supermarkets where it says non-Muslims only, and you're allowed in there, and you can buy bacon and sausages and pork belly and stuff like that, but you have to cook it at home. So it's not the end of the world, but things like beef bacon, turkey bacon, they just don't taste the same, do they? So the other thing here is the service culture. So that's what I was talking about.
Thank God.
It's service culture. So as a Brit, anybody that approaches you and wants to talk to you is immediately a danger. They're either going to rob you, or they're going to stab you, or they're a crazy person. And this is in London and Bristol and all Birmingham, where I've lived as well. There's just crazy people everywhere, and you just don't want to have anything to do with them. If you're watching this in the UK, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I imagine there's parts of the US that are like it as well. Here, everybody's lovely. They're absolutely lovely. They want to come and talk to you, they want to say hello. People in hotels and everything, they want to help you with your bags, and they're not just chasing a tip, because again, I'm a cynic, I'm a Brit, that's what we do. We're cynical. We drink tea and we're cynical. They genuinely want to help, and that really freaked me out when I first got here, as I was thinking just, leave me alone, get off, get away from me. I don't want your help, I don't need your help, I haven't asked for your help. Whereas actually, they're just lovely people that want to help you. Like, I made a video, a very quick video that I put on Instagram, which was how friendly people are. Like, I got in the lift in the hotel the other day, and there was a guy with his 2 little boys, and he just started chatting to me, just, hi, how are you? The guy's from Uzbekistan. Where the hell would I ever meet anybody from Uzbekistan? I've taken some co-working space in somewhere called the One Building, which is actually next door to the hotel where I live. And there's a really nice co-working space in there. and there's a modelling agency in there, and they have guys and girls coming in, and all of them are just absolutely lovely. They've made themselves very welcoming, and you know, they've been super nice to me. That's the staff and the sort of the modelling people that are there. So yeah, that's that's a nice perk. But jokes aside, I don't want to be a creep, but it's really nice. Like they're really genuinely lovely people from all over the place. And there's a Nigerian, a Romanian, a Lebanese, all sorts. There's just people from all over the place. So I think that's another thing that I hadn't really bargained for here, is if you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll see that I was a little bit kind of like talking about foreigners coming into the UK and stuff like that, which, you know, there is something to be said for that. And again, if you're watching this as a Brit, you know what I'm talking about. But I think seeing what is actually a true multicultural society here in Dubai, you have people from all over the world. Like, I've met more people from more nationalities in a month than I have in years in the UK. It's all very accomplished people, and people that are here to work, and people that are very focused on what they're doing. And it's just such a relaxed vibe. Like, there's no people looking to stab you or rob you here, because the laws are insane and you don't want to be on the wrong side of any of them. So that was a real eye-opener to see just how this society operates, and when things are done properly, how it can sort of benefit everybody. So I think that's probably going to do it. I don't think there's anything else that I can think of that was a major shock to me. So if I think of something, I'll add a bit to this video. I might have a different background. I'm hoping that there's not going to be too much of a jump, but I didn't want to prepare anything really for this video. I wanted it to be a bit more natural. I'm hoping that some of my videos can be a bit more natural. I would love it if you would comment below and just let me know what you think, where you're from as well. I'd love to know where you're watching from, and what do you want to know about Dubai? Are you already here and just watching the video because you just stumbled across it, or are you somebody that's looking to move to Dubai? You know, let me know below. Also, if you do want to move to Dubai, you can book in with my guys at GenZone, who will help you get here. They'll tell you about what it costs, how easy it is. Also, if you want to book a call with me, then you can do that. You can book a Zoom call with me below. I did mention in my last video that I'm looking to help some people set up their remote business, and I'm not going to charge you for it, but let's work together. Let's talk about what your needs are, because I am going to start charging for this stuff at some point, because I've built a remote business and it's not that difficult. We're doing $30,000 a month and it's on autopilot. Well, that's not true. It's not on autopilot. It does require daily maintenance. It's like a baby. You don't feed the baby, you don't look after it, then the baby dies.
What?
Which is not a very nice thought, but you know, maybe I could have come up with a better analogy than that. But it needs looking after and it needs feeding. But I mean, it's got to be better than what you're doing at the moment if you don't have a business. But I can help you. Like, I don't need to be anywhere. I'm here in Dubai and I'm not paying tax. So, you know, duh. So let me know. Book a call with me below, and we can talk about what it is, what your current situation is, what you can afford, what you can't afford. As I say, I'm not going to charge you, but I can give you a load of ideas. We can do some Zooms. We can come up with some material together. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, your journey towards health, wealth, happiness, and success all starts with the decisions that you make today. And as we all know, no matter what's happened in the past, today is another opportunity to turn it all around. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and something else actually that's worth mentioning here is, I'm pretty sure that everyone talks about this, but the traffic is mental in Dubai. Like, it is mental. August was, I just didn't think it was that bad. I thought, what's people worrying about? But there was just no one here because everyone leaves over the summer. So it's now crazy. Like, it's absolute gridlock. So trying to get a taxi into downtown or Marina is completely pointless. But
the metro is actually pretty cool here. Like I've met a few kind of Westerners here that poo-poo the metro. I'm like, really? Yeah, I quite like it. I used to spend loads of time getting the tube in London, and I never really mind it. But the metro here, it's like this kind of monorail that goes over, and you cut out all the traffic. Now, it does get crowded. Like I went to JLT, Jumeirah Lake Towers, and this was at like rush hour. I went to look at a co-working space, and then I came back at like 5:30, and like 4 or 5 trains went past, and they were just absolutely crammed, like shoulder to shoulder. And I really don't cope with crowds that well, so that was quite stressful. But I managed to get on a train and just went a couple of stops. It runs so efficiently. There's also a carriage that is just for women and children, I think. So I know that there's a problem in some parts of the world where women can be touched inappropriately if they're sort of crammed in with a bunch of people. So they have their own carriage right at the front, which is quite nice. It's a nice little touch. So if you're a woman coming here and worried that you don't want to be touched by sweaty dudes on a train, then you've got your own carriage and you can be touched by sweaty women, which I'm sure they're not going to touch you. You might want to cut that bit out, Cosmin. So yeah, I'll tell you what. So yeah, what I'll do is we'll go on a little journey together on the metro. I'll walk you through the tunnels again, or the bridge I should say, and through the ticket machines onto the actual train, and we'll have a little journey to probably Marina. And with the magic of editing, I'm sure we can chop it right down. But yeah, I'll look forward to doing that. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, maybe this week, but yeah, see you in the next one.